Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, July 31st. So some of us may have had a little bit of a rough weekend. It appears the Schumann residence was super whacked out. And I knew it had to be because I could just tell, I think Friday night, Thursday night, I don't know, aches and pains coming in that are not normal. My eyes were like really super dry over the weekend, and I don't think that I was dehydrated. Just weird things going on. I took the trash out yesterday, and I swear I could barely get back up the stairs afterwards. And I'm thinking, I hope I am not having these problems when I am trying to move, because I live on the second floor and I got a lot of boxes that I need to carry up and down. So anyway, I hope you're doing better. I think it must have calmed down because I feel a lot better today. I don't feel as whacked out as I did the last few days. I have a couple of things I want to bring up real quick, and then I'm going to do cards for the next 7 days. I watch a tarot reader named Kyle of Cups, and a couple of the things that he has brought up makes me think that the next week could be a little volatile in some ways. There could be some tower moments going on. People could be extra cranky. They could be extra cranky because they didn't feel good all weekend and they're tired because of the Schumann resonance, or they could be extra cranky because of something that's going on in the world. So I want to pull cards on that and see what they say, if I can get a better read on, do we have a shit hits the fan moment coming up here? Another thing, I sliced my hand, and right now, I mean, like literally you can barely see it, but I want to give kudos to something called CorrectX, which is a doTERRA product. I got a new box cutter for my move, and I was trying to put the damn blade in it, and it had paper and stuff kind of stuck in their packaging. And when I was trying to get that out, basically the whole thing kind of like flew apart. And I was trying to put it back together and ended up slicing a big spot on my palm there. And I ended up putting this CorrectX on it with the Band-Aid overnight. And I am amazed at how it closed up together. It doesn't even hurt or anything. So for you that are doTERRA people, get you some of that if you don't have it. It's awesome. And the funny thing is I posted a thing on Facebook before I cut my hand, and a lot of people were commenting about how great it was, and then I had to use it myself. The other thing that I want to bring up before I do the cards is something has come to my attention that I want to share with you guys, and it's about the Bella Grace. I got introduced to that back in December. I used it like January and February. And then in February, I started doing the carnivore diet, and I stopped using Bella Grace because I wanted to be able to see, which did which, because I didn't want to combine the two together, because then it's harder to tell, hey, this did this for me or whatever, because you're using so many things. So this is what has caught my attention is the commissions in my Bella Grace back office kept going up. And I'm like, what's going on? Because I had only introduced it. I had 3 people that bought a box, but somebody was continuing to buy. And I found out a couple of things last week. One, I have one person that has bought 5 boxes of it over since December. Obviously, it is working for this person. I've sent a message. I want to know the details. I haven't heard back yet, but that is a good testimonial right there. When you have someone that's continuing to buy something after 5 months, something is working. And she doesn't buy it every month. So it's like, I feel like she uses it, goes off, and then notices what happens and then goes back on it. I also realized, which was a positive for me, when I started selling doTERRA, I had to order $100 a month on LRP in order to get paid my downline commissions. I found out with Bella Grace, I don't have to order every month and be on a monthly subscription in order to introduce it to people and make money. That's how, and so I was able to pull out $78 out of my commission bank and not have to have a monthly subscription. That is to me, that was a good sign. And I didn't know that all this time. And I'm glad I found out, because that makes me more interested in it as a business, because I might not want to order every month. But right now I have a gal at my office who, her knee was so swelled up on Friday. She has a lot of hip pain and kind of not moving very good. And I'm going to get a box of Bella Grace and I'm going to have her try some of that, because she would be a good testimonial if it does work. I know it works for people. I have had people say that they noticed a difference. They just never took the next step and bought it. They, for whatever reason, one lost her job and one was like, I have some powdered collagen at home. I'm just going to try that. So that being said, you will be hearing me talk about Bella Grace more. I posted a little video yesterday morning. I've been listening to a lot of the testimonials from other people, and like I said, that when I first started using it, I noticed a difference immediately that very first night, and just kind of stopped because I started doing the carnivore diet. So I'm ready to introduce that back in, especially with this move. If it's going to give me more energy to get through that whole thing, I'm going to need it. So anyway, that's enough of that. You can now relax. I'm going to do the cards. All right. So I guess the main question, I just want to know what's going to happen. Tell me what the next 7 days look like for the collective. What does the next 7 days look like for the collective? What does the next 7 days look like for the collective? That one wants out. What does the next 7 days look like for the collective? Okay, there's another one. There's another one. What does the next 7 days look like? Dang, man, got a lot of energy coming in. We got a full moon tomorrow night, the 1st. Oh, nice. Okay, so that goes there. All right. So let's see what this first row says. The first one is the Tower in reverse. You know what? I don't think I've ever gotten the Tower in this deck because I'm not familiar with this picture. The Tower in reverse. And then the Page of Cups in reverse came up. Let's see. Let's think about this. God, they're all coming up in reverse. The Hermit card in reverse. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. And then the Eight of Pentacles in the upright. All right. Give me some clarification on why the Tower is in reverse. Why is the Tower in reverse? Why is the Tower in reverse? What do I need to know about that? Why is the Tower in reverse? I feel like I want to say it's already happened. The Tower has already happened. Okay, there we go. And the High Priestess came up in reverse. So with that, I feel like I want to say the awakening has already happened. They were trying to do a Tower moment for everybody to get them awake and have that spiritual awakening. But I feel like I want to say with the Tower in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse, I feel like I want to say it's already happened. Everybody's awake. And I can kind of say everybody that I talk to these days, I talked to a lady that was in for the closing the other day. You know, it's amazing what people know if you ask the right questions. They get it. I don't feel like there's a whole lot of people out there that are walking around completely dazed over, except for one person that I can think of. That still seems to be going on. But a lot of the other people that I talk to seem to know, they know what's good, they know what's bad. They might not be talking about it, but if you ask the right questions, you can get some stuff out of them. All right. The Page of Cups is the one it always looks like when pigs fly, because there's like a pig flying up there at the top. When pigs fly has already happened. So a lot of people, I think there was a lot of people out there that probably said, I'll believe it when I see it. And a lot of people were like, when pigs fly. And I also feel like I want to say they're starting to see that. So pigs are flying for some people. Give me some clarification on the Page of Cups. That one wanted out. Oh, the Ten of Cups. So that makes me think a lot of people had given up on having their dreams come true. Now, a couple of weeks ago, if you remember, I said that the worst was over and we were starting to see the tunnel, the end of the light at the tunnel. So I feel like there's a lot of the collective that is in that same mind frame. They are seeing that the worst of it is over. They have gotten through the mental gymnastics that we have been put through over the last 3 years. And they are starting to see they're starting to have gratitude for making it through. The Hermit card in reverse makes me think, I'll be interesting to see what this is coming up. Clarify the Hermit in reverse for me, please. Clarify the Hermit in reverse. Clarify the Hermit in reverse. Clarify the Hermit in, there we go. The Eight of Cups. Let me think about this. The Hermit. Okay, so I'm gonna say that they are feeling like they are ready to start coming out of their shell. Maybe they have been like staying at home a lot and not wanting to be around anybody. And I also feel like maybe a lot of people have done their spiritual awakening and healing, and now they're starting to mentally feel better. So they're starting to feel the need to get out and talk to people. I'm going to say a lot of people's moods are better. So that's interesting because I was expecting, but I'm going to do a couple other things. So I was kind of expecting, based on what Kyle said, that people were going to be super moody. Clarify the Ace of Wands. Oh, okay. Well, this is what I just got. The Ace of Wands is in reverse. That's what it looks like in the upright. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of like, they're surprised and not really understanding what this shift was. So it feels like there's been a shift in a lot of people, a new attitude, a new gratitude, but a lot of them are not understanding where it come from and why the switch got flipped. So give me some clarification on that. I feel like I just want to say the universe had something to do with that. That the great awakening that, the universe made sure we all had the great awakening. And a lot of people are just, are having some aha moments, not quite sure where it's coming from. But I'm going to say aha moments in the positive. God, 3 cards came out. The Emperor in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. The one thing that popped into my head, the Emperor in reverse, is so I feel like I want to say a lot of the feminine energy is asking why some of the men in the world are grumpy. Why haven't the men got it? So apparently there's maybe some relationships where the woman has been very awake, or she's had that like awakening and that epiphany, and maybe the guy's running a little bit behind. The Knight of Pentacles, though, so she's like ready. She's seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. She's ready to spend some money, feeling like that, you know, that it's okay to do that, not in that holding on for dear life any moment, because things have improved. Mentally, things are improved. She is seeing things better, but she's having a little problem with the man in her life not seeing things that way. And I'm just going to say she's ready to celebrate, and her emotions are very positive. Still not quite understanding why the masculine is not seeing the picture fully. And then the Eight of Pentacles, clarify the Eight of Pentacles for me here. And it was in the upright. So basically that's kind of like the fruits of your labor. You're working really, really hard. You're focused on your work. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. And the Queen of Wands. So somebody's got a creativity. I'm just going to say there's a lot of creative ideas going along. It kind of feels like at one time we had a large black cloud hanging over our heads that just kind of pushed us down. Our moods were pushed down. Our creative ability was pushed down because we were so focused on so much other crap that was going on. It's like all of a sudden that fog has lifted for many people. And kind of like that first day of spring, it's like it's been winter, it's been dark, and it's the first day of spring when it's 71 degrees out and the sun is shining, and you want to get out in the car and drive around because it's beautiful out. I feel like that's where a lot of people are with these two cards. It's kind of like they're ready to move forward. They've got some ideas. They've got some creative ideas. And it's kind of like they've just been waiting for the go ahead. And I feel like a lot of people are having that. I'm getting the go ahead. It's time to move forward. The worst of it is over. Winter is over. And spring is here. Okay. I want to, now let's just talk about that rough weekend that we had, the Schumann resonance. I did not cry or anything. I didn't feel like I wanted to cry. I don't know if anybody else did, but I would like to know, what was the Schumann resonance working on over the weekend? Because if we were getting light codes and we were being upgraded, what was the universe trying to upgrade for us over the weekend? This says impasse. So I want to say they were trying to get us to move out of like kind of what this just talked about. Being in that stuck mode, the negative thought process, and getting us out of that and moving into spring. What else was the universe working on over the weekend when the Schumann resonance was so high? Instinct. So instinct and intuition to me tend to, I feel like that kind of goes together. So it's something about a feeling inside that is coming out, that is pushing you forward. I want to say that is probably your soul going, all right, it's time to get out. It's time to move forward. We're done with this portion of your life. And, and I'm not looking at that as a negative. What else? Impartiality. So I will say that I think a lot of people, I just keep hearing the word division. So a lot of people have been very divided about a lot of stuff, but I feel like the universe is softening the division. So people, to put people more impartial, so people can have those conversations when this person's over here and this person is over here. They are helping us get to the point where we are better at seeing the other person's point of view, and not getting so triggered by something that they would say that you disagree with or whatever, that you're going to be more impartial to someone's comments. And it just kind of popped in. Also, if someone is super grouchy this week, based on what Kyle had said, that we're going to be impartial and not get caught up in the drama of that, and realize this doesn't have anything to do with us, that it's their issue that's kind of cropping up. Let me get just one more here. That came out fast. Dissipating. Okay, well, yes. So I'm just going to say the fear and that TORTURE, I don't know if that's a trigger word or not, but just all of the mental gymnastics that we have been through over the last, especially 3.5 years. I feel like people are starting to come out of it. It's like so many people know the worst of it. Nothing major has happened lately that could, even though the black hats may be trying to make something happen, I don't think people are being as triggered if something does, if there's something negative that the news like pops up, because they're always trying to, get us in that negative mindset. People are just kind of like, I'm not sure I believe that. I'm not saying that's 100%, but give me an idea of, I want to talk about the cranky people we're going to run into. Today is the end of the month at my office, so I'm trying to prepare myself for cranky people. What kind of emotions are people going to be going through around this next 7 days? Oh gosh, that says hopeless. Embarrassed, so somebody does something wrong. And vulnerable. Even though a lot of stuff in here didn't bring up anything with the financial system, those who are not prepared might feel hopeless, embarrassed, vulnerable. I was expecting something to come up about that, and not a lot of stuff did. Confused. And then there's going to be some of us that are going to be really excited. So something could come up about the financial system. I want one more for some reason. Anything else that we should be prepared for? People's emotions. Well, a bunch of us are going to be relieved, and then there's going to be a group of people that are going to be hostile. So 5 on the not so great scale, and then 2 on the good scale. So we just be prepared. We might run into some people that are not having a good week emotionally because of something that's going on out there. It could very well be that, this weekend, if you don't know what the Schumann resonance is, and you weren't aware of all of these light codes that are coming in and doing stuff to our body and our muscles, and just kind of feeling kind of whacked out, that's going to make people grouchy. When I am tired, I am more grouchy than normal. So that might be something that we need to prepare ourselves today for, is just people not being at their best because they didn't feel good over the weekend. So anyway, I think that's it for now. Everybody have a good week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.